Hey, what's up, everybody? The world's a better place because you are here to join us. My name is Matt Brown, and I am the host of the Productive Conversations podcast. And it is Friday, Feel Good Friday, November 21st, 2024. And yes, we're hitting the end of the year. Let's talk about what was trending before Thanksgiving 2024. Ryan and Jose are in the building. What's up?
How's it going, Matt? What's up, Jose?
What's up, guys?
Nothing much. And we have a big show for you today. And before we get into all the good stuff about that show, we just want to remind you to like and subscribe to the Productive Conversations podcast on all podcast platforms and YouTube. And don't forget to check out exclusive content regarding the show across all social media platforms. We're on Instagram at Productive Conversations Podcast, X and Twitter at ProdConvoPod, on TikTok at Productive Conversations, and Facebook at Productive Conversations. And as always, don't forget to check out our presenting sponsor, Magic Mind. We'll have some more information on a new discount code for you at magicmind.com. But just a sneak preview of that. Go to magicmind.com/PCMBBF for now 50% off your first or any Magic Mind products. We'll have more information on that, and that deal will last through December 6th. So it's going to be a fun time there. Can't wait to talk about all of that. So just a quick programming note, just so you know, Thanksgiving is next week. So just 3 shows next week. No, 2 shows next week, sorry. We will have our football recaps as always, both college football week 13 and NFL week 12. And then we will have just one tweet cap this week released on Tuesday as normal. Then we'll see you next Tuesday after that for a whole new slate of shows as we enter in December. So one tweet cap next week, and we will see that normal times there's no tweet cap on Friday. All right. So who's ready to talk about what's going on, guys? So where do I begin? Where do I begin today? So who likes, we've talked, or let me start this way, right? We've talked about plenty of pop stars who have gotten very popular in 2024 alone. Many pop stars have been big. We've talked about, obviously kept on talking about Taylor Swift, Chapel Roan, a bunch of other people. So let's now talk about another one in the mix. That's Sabrina Carpenter. Maybe we talked about her yet?
She's come up. She's come up, but not as much. Definitely less so than our friends Taylor Swift and Chapel Roan.
Well, we're going to talk about her a lot this time. So, Sabrina Carpenter's having a big 2024. I believe she released some new music. She's out on tour. She had this big showcase concert in Los Angeles this past week. She's a former Disney star. I think she's 25 years old. Big deal. And there's definitely some songs that I even really like. But there's one thing that she went really viral for this past week. We didn't do it. I should say 2 things. One, how about this actually? Let me show you why Sabrina Carpenter is being talked about doing this act at one of her shows. The 25-year-old pop star, former Disney star. Well, she wanted to let people know what she was thinking this night, I guess. Or, I mean, why don't we just play the clip and let's have you guys react to why she went viral this week. So she, like I said, she's doing this concert, and well, she was simulating sex, oral sex specifically, for those who can't watch on YouTube. And those who are on YouTube right now, let me tell you or show you what I'm talking about with her. Well, looking like she sucked us on.
Yeah.
All right. Sabrina Carpenter, here we go. Oh man, on those knees. And oh boy. Up and down, up and down. Let's see that one more time.
It's not a particularly long clip,
but long enough for 59 million views on this one clip alone. So clearly lots of people saw it. Now everybody's an adult here, and she's an adult, but it seems like society just doesn't like seeing their child stars really,
Grow up.
grow up. For certain ones, they don't want to see them, act promiscuous.
Mhm.
So this is just another example of, well, the long list. We got upset when Miley did it at the VMAs. We have Sabrina Carpenter now. Britney Spears getting crazy and naughty. It doesn't matter where we are in our life. If you're a pop star and you start out young, you start out as a sweet and innocent girl. We don't want you to grow up, essentially, in the sense that we want you to be the Taylor Swifts, most of them, not a lot of them. She's probably the only one who chose not to, act sexual, really. And Sabrina
Yeah.
Carpenter's another one. And well, I don't think it's that bad what she did, or that it's is controversial. And reckon I don't think this was broadcast on Disney or anything, but
No, but yeah, it's not.
this
I
is
don't
just
know.
her concert,
I'm just gonna.
and
I'll jump in
blah.
because here's the thing. Secret fact about me. I am an expert in all things Taylor Swift because of my wife, as everybody who listens to the show knows. My wife has another favorite, and it's Sabrina Carpenter. So I'm an expert at Sabrina Carpenter now too. Great stuff from me. So that she does that every show. Not that specific thing, but there's the song that she's singing is called Juno. It's very popular on like TikTok and stuff right now. It's pretty catchy. Not gonna lie. And there's a part of it where she asks in the song the guy if they want to try some, positions or new positions or whatever. And then she says, "Have you ever tried this one?" in the song, and then does like a musical interlude, and then they go back into the chorus. So for her concerts, she says, "Have you ever tried this one?" and then does some sort of promiscuous pose or move that is supposed to be sexual. So she's done like a doggy thing. She's done like on her side, obviously. So this is
She
not. So
he's
this
just
is not.
bending down over and like, whoa.
Yeah. So this is not new. I don't know why actually this one in particular went viral because
He's
they've
been
been
doing this
there's people
anyways.
who film them every time. Like on TikTok, there are people who have like the name of the show, the date of the show, and then they have and it says Juno position. So it's like Utah, October 4th, Juno position, and
Oh,
they have a clip of whatever she did at that part of the song. Like people are literally just going to concerts, filming that, and posting it online. So I don't know why this one clip went went as hard as it did, in terms of like the number of views. But yeah, I mean she's an adult, right? At this point, I get it. If I mean also everyone's like she's a Disney star, and I believe them. I don't know what she was on.
yeah, I don't know the show.
I never heard of her until this. So for me personally, it's not like watching Hannah Montana. Not that I had a problem with Miley doing it either, but it's not like watching Hannah Montana like start to get a little promiscuous. This is a 25-year-old person who I met like never met, but like that I heard about this year. So why would I care that this 25-year-old that I heard about this year at 25 years old is horny? You know what I mean? I don't know. I just don't see the problem personally. She's an adult. It's at her concert. It's not like broadcast on live TV. I just don't get the criticism. I don't get the criticism of any of them. Cause like, so she wasn't on Disney like recently, right? Like she's 25, right? She's not like, so theoretically, everyone who watched her on Disney was also a kid when she was a kid. Now they're all adults. You know what I mean? Like her fans should still be adults if her Disney fans. It's not like her Disney fans stay the same age. They grow up like she did. So I don't know. What do you think, Jose? Is there anything actually wrong with this, or is this just people looking for a
Oh,
reason to complain?
honestly, I agree with you. But for for the podcast, I'm just gonna give you an argument.
The
I'm gonna go.
counterpoint. Okay.
Yeah.
So what's the
So
counterpoint that you see, Jose?
counterpoint is you don't have no kids. That's my counterpoint. Point is if I had a daughter, and my daughter was a Sabrina Carpenter fan, which I hope not, God forbid, one day. And that bitch did that, we could have some problems. I'm not spending $200 for tickets to have my daughter be like Sabrina, Sabrina, and she about giving it head to a microphone. And
Oh,
I gotta
so
sit there after the show and explain what the fuck she doing
why would
Hey,
you have to
yo,
explain that?
because I'm not gonna tell her. I'm gonna tell her the truth. She likes to get blowed up in the face.
Well, so like, how old is the daughter in this
Oh,
situation? Like,
God knows, but whatever that shit is, it means it doesn't matter.
if your daughter,
She's a Disney girl. All these little girls saw her Disney. She probably
but
was
they're
one of
not. If
those.
you saw her in Disney, you're not a little girl anymore. That's my point. She was
but
a
what
little
about the
girl.
ones who are young now?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
she's
the
not on
Disney
Disney
play with
now.
the.
She's
Hey, I'm
blowing the
sorry.
microphone now.
I'm sorry. Does Disney not play reruns?
I couldn't
Does
tell you. I'm
Disney?
just
Disney
saying.
Plus.
My God.
We
Disney
have
Plus,
another
yeah,
Disney
Plus.
Star story for later, by the way. You'll
That
look
maybe
forward to
Disney
that.
Plus. Maybe that's your argument. I don't know. If you're old enough to know Sabrina Carpenter, like from Disney, then at this point, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say you're old enough to know what she was doing, and you don't have to ask anybody.
She
If
could have
you are
been.
not old enough to know what she was doing, then you're probably not a Disney Channel Sabrina Carpenter fan. And then, probably most importantly, you know what you do? If your kid goes, "What was that, Dad?" You just lie. It's that simple. Be like, "I don't know." You don't have to be awkward.
If I
Just
had
be
a
like,
kid, Ryan, if I had a kid, I'm not breaking the circle of trust.
it's not
Because
about you're not breaking the
God
circle of
forbid,
trust.
God forbid, when my daughter
Should
gets
Sabri-
older, and starts becoming a horror and blah blah blah. I would like to know where the fuck she's at. She don't have to lie to me. You want to know where that starts? When I
But
told her Sabrina Carpenter gets like the cum in her face.
Oh,
That's me being honest.
wait, that was like we're a little bit
That's
we're a
me.
little raunchier than
Well,
Sabrina at
that's
this
what
point.
she's doing.
But
I'm
I
Sabrina's
did
doing
say
it.
it's not what she's doing. I'm just saying if you have
Well,
like a 6-year-old who says, "Dad, what was that?" Just be like, "I don't know. I'm not a pop
somewhat.
star.
Well, she was just
I don't know.
saying
Some
she's using
kind
her.
of dance." You'd have to ask her. Maybe when you meet her, you can ask.
Yeah, I tell her to dance. Now I'm gonna have my daughter all over the kitchen, fucking doing that pose. Like,
I
God,
don't know what
you
to
know
tell
what,
you.
Ryan?
Just be like, I
Ryan,
don't
just
know.
be honest. Hell no, that's for dirty people. Just call it a day.
You know how I mean,
We're
you know
going to
how
church
often all
tomorrow.
of our parents lie to us? All the time. Most parents lie to their kids at least a little bit because kids don't have to know everything all the time. So they don't have to know
maybe
what
that's
Sabrina
why
Carpenter
society
did.
sucks now. We should have told
Yeah,
the
Maybe.
there you
truth from the
go.
start.
No, I disagree. I think we sucked all on our own, Matt. But I'm saying you don't gotta know everything, right? What was that? I don't know. Yes, you do. And you gotta
Is it
interrogate
so?
me?
If you're, let me ask you one thing. We all know about the talk, the sex talk. So
Yeah.
if our
Well, not at
parents are,
6.
well, if our parents aren't teaching them, should we allow our pop stars to teach us this?
If you're
Like if
like
you have a, if
16.
you're like a daughter, is it better for a 16-year-old to have Sabrina Carpenter show you how to suck some dick?
No, because that's not what the talk is supposed to be about. If what you came away with your talk was how to do one of the acts, then you didn't do it right. To parents, I'm saying. It's not about, oh, and this is what feels good. It's supposed to be like, this is how this happens. It's normal, but it's like, kind of a lot of responsibility. So you've got to be smart about it. You've got to take precautions, the whole 9 yards. We're not going to get into all that. But no, if you're 16 years old and you don't know what that is, I mean, God bless. And at that point, you know what? Yes, it will be awkward for mom or dad on the car ride home, but it's a conversation that needed to happen. You know what I mean? If you're 16, 15 to 17 years old, and you saw that concert with questions about what that was meant to be, then someone hasn't been doing, a very good job of ushering you into your adulthood. And
How old
I,
is
for
she?
one, Sabrina
25.
Carpenter's like 25, 26, right? So,
Well, how
like,
long ago was she on the Disney shit?
I don't even know
I
what
don't
show
know
she
what she's
was. The
even been
Sabrina
on.
Cart, the
Everyone else
Sabrina
is saying
show.
she's on Disney. I've never seen her do a damn thing on
Oh,
Disney.
I'll look it up real quick. But you were
So that's what
saying,
I mean. That's part of it too. Like, was she on Disney actually, or did she like do an episode of a Disney show? Because that's a very different. This is not like Zach and Cody doing that. It's, you know what I mean? Like, if it was just some
so she
side
was on,
character.
so she was on Girl Meets World. Wow, I would have watched that if I remembered to.
God damn, that
She
was like 4 years ago, Ryan. Them
Girl Meets
bitches.
World.
Girl
What
Meets
did that
World
have?
came out in
6
20.
episodes.
Girl Meets World came out in 2014. No,
And
it
when
went
did it
for three.
stop?
It went 3 seasons, 72
Okay.
episodes.
So before the pandemic, this thing ended.
So wait, I just want to say she was Maya Hart. So she played the. She was not core. She all
She
right.
was not one of the girls who met World.
No. I think she was the best friend of. Yeah, she was
Okay.
Yo,
the best friend of Corey Matthews' daughter. Riley
So
Mack.
she was a side character, a sidekick on a show with 3
No,
seasons
she
from
She was the third.
2014.
She was the third. It's the third. She's the third lead listed.
Sure, but that's part of that's probably because she's Sabrina Carpenter now.
No. She was in every single episode. It says here.
Well, yeah, she's best
It
friend.
says here the series centers around the life of Riley and her best friend Maya, who's
Okay.
Sabrina
Okay,
Carpenter,
no, if that's
who
the
assists
synopsis,
her
then that's
in
a main
learning to
thing.
cope with social and personal issues
Yeah, no,
of
okay.
adolescence.
Yeah, if that's the synopsis, then yeah, that's definitely a co-star, like a co-star of the
Yeah.
show. For sure. But even still, it was 3 seasons, 2014 you said or whatever it was?
So it's 3 seasons, 72 episodes, 2014 to 2017.
Yeah, it's fine. No one who watched that's still young. If you were watching that in 2014, you don't even remember the show was on.
I remember definitely hearing about this show. It was
I'm
interested at
sure
the time.
I'm sure I did.
But then
at
I
the time.
forgot. You ever see, speaking of Boy Meets World, in Boy Meets World, they had one of the later season co-stars, the redhead in that show. She became a porn star.
Amazing porn star. Love her work.
You remember her?
How are you mad about Sabrina Carpenter then?
She's
I'm a
just straight
grown
up
man, Ryan. I'm talking about my make-believe daughter, and she saw that. What I do in my private time is my business.
I'm just saying. I think everyone needs to just take a deep breath. It's and also, I mean, I've watched a lot of clips of that concert that are not related to the Juno song. It's very this is gonna sound weird because obviously she's a real person, right? We've seen her, she exists, but the show itself is very campy and very cartoony. Like it's not she's obviously an attractive person, but it is not a particularly you know, intense, intimate, raunchy show. Like obviously she does that, and there are references to that sort of thing, but it's all very tongue in cheek. It's all very cartoony. Like she honestly reminds me of was it Betty Boop or whatever from the old timey
from the
cartoons. No, I'm
30s.
serious. Yeah, that's the vibe she was going for. That's the vibe she's trying to give
wasn't
off
Betty
as a
Boop kind
performer.
of slutty?
I mean, yes, but no. You know what I mean? Yeah, for a cartoon, right? I think
In
that
the
everyone
30s,
would
the
say
way
that.
they wrote. I
Well,
don't
yeah,
know
in
the
the 30s,
origin
but we're not
stories.
in the 30s. We're in 2024.
So she was
Not in the
inspired by a
30s?
1930s slut.
Betty Boop was in the 30s?
Yeah, it was a long time ago she started anyway. But she started. She's a cartoon. She's forever. She's immortal now. But no, it's just very campy. It's very light to me. I think that people are seeing one thing and choosing to just be kind of upset by it. I feel like if you watched more clips, you'd be like, okay, this is clearly a cabaret or whatever. It's meant to be very show tunes, very cartoony, very campy. I just think that it's one clip. People are seeing a snapshot and they're getting kind of worried about it. And I mean, I get the argument of kids do see this. She's not for kids, no. And her being a Disney star doesn't mean she can't do adult things. That's ridiculous. You're not stuck doing the first thing you do
So
forever.
she invented a sex position.
She didn't invent one. I mean, I think that I've
Or
seen several of them before.
made one more famous.
Yeah, yes. But I don't know. I don't know. I just think that it's people. I think if people saw more of it, they'd be less concerned. I would say. I will say that. Even the people who like to be concerned about this stuff. I think if they'd seen a little more of the show, even the rest of that song, they would have realized that it's not. It's just not that serious. That's not what she was trying to do. So, but whatever. She's probably fine raking in all that money. So.
Take your word for it. All right, let's move on. So Jay Leno is in the news, and we know why. This story was hard to avoid. So Jay Leno did a show out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. He stayed at the Hampton Inn, right? He recently did a comedy show where he had a black guy, bandaged wrists, and swollen face after what he claims was a nasty fall near his hotel, the Hampton Inn, near Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So let us see the damage done according to Jay Leno's fall. All right.
Trip down a hill, right?
So according to him, right here, you see the screen?
Oh, yeah.
No. Okay, so this, according to him, was created from a fall. His face is completely black and blue with the eye patch. And I also have this other we have another one with like it's completely swollen.
Yeah.
And we could see here from TNZ, like, that is some fucked up fall, but a lot of people think that this was, well, that he got his ass beat, quite frankly. And let me just ask you guys, did Jay Leno fall down a hill or did he get his ass beat?
He didn't fall down a hill. If he fell, it was out of the balcony.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
he got messed up. What hill? I mean, he's an older man, so I want to be like, oh, he's older. He should probably, but I mean, his wrist is messed up, his eyes swollen shut.
Yo.
Like, this is no, he didn't roll down a hill. I'm sorry, I don't care. I mean, I think Jimmy Carter could roll down a hill and not look that messed up right now.
Oh,
Like, I don't
shit.
care how old Jay Leno is. He definitely did more than that. I'm not gonna go out and say that he was beat up or owes someone money or anything like that. We don't know. But if it was a fall,
I'll say it.
if it was a fall, if being the operative word, it was a fall and not someone's repeatedly punching him in the face, then it was from a high place onto a hard object quickly.
Jose, what do you think? He got his ass beat.
That would be a funny story, but I'll take the fall.
He take a
You
fall.
think he fell down a hill? That's it? Just rolled down the hill?
He's like,
"Ow."
well, no, because I seen that shit happen. My grandmother bust her ass one time trying to go take a shit, and
What?
she fell on her face. So, and she got bruised up. Like,
What about the wrist though?
Tried to catch herself?
He's fragile. What? He's got to be 80 something.
I'll look that up real quick because I'm kind of curious now.
This was from the Pittsburgh Mafia.
All right, he's 74. All of our presidents have been older than that. Come on, 74 is not that old.
Also remember he went through that fire bullshit where he was like fucking half cooked.
Well, so I know.
So maybe he's fragile because of that shit.
Maybe he clearly owes a lot of people a lot of money, and they keep coming up ways
this
beating him up.
He got money, right? First mistake. Why the hell he got the Hampton Inn?
Exactly. Well, that's what a lot of people were.
Maybe he doesn't have money. That's why he's at the Hampton Inn.
A lot of people were pointing that out. Cars. So he clearly is losing his money, maybe gambling or doing something sus, and he has to, travel the country still, despite being the Tonight Show host forever, and needs to keep doing gigs and keep paying his bills back and staying in the Hampton Inn instead of the Four Seasons.
I mean, listen, maybe, yeah. I think it's more likely that he got beat up than he tripped on a hill. I'm willing to think that he maybe fell doing something embarrassing, right? Like fell, like trying to get out of bed, smashed his face on the whatever, like something old.
Like literally Two-Face, man.
Right, like something like that would happen to an older person, like a fall like that, like maybe going to the bathroom, maybe down the stairs. Maybe down the stairs, something like that.
Yeah, maybe the prostitute he had at the Hampton Inn just beat the shit out of him and took his money.
That could be.
I suppose that's possible too.
Yeah, right.
They're only going to Hampton Inn because you don't expect no celebrities to be there. One, I bring whores all the time to the Hampton Inn, so it's a good spot to take. Nice price, you probably get a nice hotel.
I guess we should ask you, Jose, where were you on the night of the fall?
Well, sure as hell wasn't in Pittsburgh. Boring ass Pittsburgh, I'll tell you that. No, I'm good.
You guys are so funny. But seriously, it seems like nobody but Jose actually believes that, and Jay Leno apparently. But
hope he's okay, right? That's the main thing, but I don't. Yeah, I find it hard to believe he tripped on a hill. Also, why was he going up a hill? Or down a hill, or whatever.
What hill exactly?
What is the scenario where
he'd be Pittsburgh is mounty as hell. You guys ever been to Pittsburgh?
Yes, but that's
mounty.
But what? Why? They got roads, don't they? They gotta walk on a hill.
This is the freaking Hampton Inn. Do you think they manage their sidewalks correctly? It's all freaking lopsided.
That's the bare minimum. That's why you're at a Hampton Inn, because the rooms are there and the sidewalk is clear. And that's why you go to a Hampton Inn instead of a Super 8.
That's definitely why you don't go to the Hampton. You go to the Hampton Inn for the freaking pool that they have, because it's just one level above the Super 8. At least Hampton Inn got a pool.
It's a little more classy. It's simple because it has a pool.
Yeah, you can say you're at a Hilton, because Hampton Inn is a Hilton
Is
property.
it or is it
Yes.
Marriott? Hampton is
No,
Hilton.
it's Hilton. It's a Hilton because I'm a
I'm
Hilton
big. I'm
member.
a big Marriott guy. I like the Marriotts. So I like the Marriott
Oh.
family of hotels.
They're all the same to me. For real. Most hotel rooms, no matter what the chain, are all the same. Let's be real. Unless it's like a specific hardcore resort.
Or actually, what was it? Both Hampton, both Hilton and Marriott have like their signature collections, and what they did was pretty cool. They would buy like old buildings or like interesting buildings, and they'd make like themed hotels, which are pretty cool. Not themed in like a corny like Star Wars, but like I was in Philly and we stayed at the old like Notary Public's office. And now it's a hotel, and it's a nice hotel. It's got a bar, the restaurant, all that stuff. But like the rooms are like, again, the architecture's super cool. It's got this really cool like library type thing because it used to be the Notary Public office in downtown Philadelphia. So those I like those. Those are cool. Like those have like a different vibe. The rooms are all a little different and stuff like that. But yeah, most like a, a Hampton and like a Best Western or whatever. Those all feel kind of the same.
Yeah. What's your favorite one of them all, Jose?
All the hotels. I like double trees. They always give you a cookie. Like I'll bring a girl.
DoubleTree.
Double
Yeah, because
tree.
you bring a girl. Like the one there was a double tree in Norwalk. I bring a girl there. Yo, you get a nice deal, maybe like $80. They give you a cookie, a warm cookie for both of y'all. So like you just kind of take the cookie into the room and you kind of just eat it, just talk for a little bit, and then you just smash and you go
All
home.
right. Can I
And
ask
then
a
go home.
maybe a silly question? Can I ask maybe a silly question? Um, have you ever gone to a hotel like on vacation, or has it only ever been for your escapades that we hear about?
If see here, if I'm getting a hotel in Norwalk in Connecticut,
Well, no, I'm saying not in
it's just
Connecticut.
there's well obviously I do get a hotel when I'm on vacation,
So, what is
but
your favorite vacation hotel? So, we're gonna put the smashing, as you say, aside.
Smashing aside.
And what's your favorite
um
hotel for vacation?
I do like the Hard Rock.
The Hard Rock. Okay. See, those
Yes.
are very different. DoubleTree and the Hard Rock are not the same.
Yeah, I ain't bringing no hotel Hard Rock. I don't know.
No
I
cookies.
I always like the one with the duck. Feel very cabiny.
Well, duh.
Homewood Suites.
Homes-
They have a little
Like
duck
I
on the
said, they all
logo.
look the same to me. But
Well,
I've
they
been
have a
to some
duck.
hard
That's the
rocks.
main
That's
difference.
hard rocks are cool.
Yeah.
Um, so as we're getting approaching the end of football season, what's great about the end of football season is that it is Oscar season pretty much, where between September and early January are all the Oscar Beatty films. Including in that realm is the film called The Apprentice, starring Sebastian Stan and Jeremy Strong. The Apprentice is about Donald Trump's career as a real estate businessman in New York City in the 70s and 80s, as well as his relationship with Roy Cohn. And pretty much it's Trump's origin story. It's what made him go to the dark side. And I'm really interested in it. You obviously know we're very into our Oscar season here on PCP, and we will no doubt go through all of the Oscar buzz when it's time in March, and we'll have all the best pictures viewed and everything and make our predictions and all of that, right? So on top of this, The Apprentice has gotten a lot of rave reviews and an 82 on Rotten Tomatoes, a 7.1 on IMDb. No awards have been no awards have been no major nominations for award seasons yet have been
Right.
released. But again, there's a lot of buzz regarding this film. And one of the things during Oscar season is you campaign for your Oscars. They have these campaign, you campaign to try to win. Sorry, you campaign to get nominated and then you try to win.
Mhm.
One of the big things actors like to do to campaign is to go on the Variety Actors on Actors series, which has been great. It's given us viral moments that we've talked to on the show.
Mhm.
And so Sebastian Stan campaigning for this role, and he has Oscar buzz for not only this, but also the film A Different Man, an A24 about the guy's disfigured face the actual actor that Adam Bombier's friend.
Yeah, I know. Also
Now he's
Adam,
doing
but
that.
yeah,
So Adam Pierce is the actor's
Adam
name.
Pierce is or Pearson or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's trying to get an Oscar for either one of those, an Oscar nod for either one of those. So,
Hmm.
anyways, obviously, this is a great chance to be on Actors on Actors, having two highly sought out roles.
Yeah.
So why I bring this up is that during a Q&A for the film, Sebastian Stan revealed that he was invited to join Variety's Actors on Actors, but
Hmm.
couldn't actually find another actor to do the interview with. And this is
Mm.
due to other actors' publicists not wanting to be on camera. Sorry, this is all right. Sorry. So this is in part due to other actors' publicists not wanting to be on camera with him to talk about the president elect. Understandably so, right? So, long story short, publicists don't want their clients to talk to Sebastian Stan about Trump because for some reason that's bad. I understand the hesitation, but let's be real. That's the point of art, right? But anyways, let me let me play you the audio of him making this revelation. So here's Sebastian Stan talking about him not finding a scene partner for Actors on Actors.
The amount of love that I've received, from some of the biggest, both of us, I think, in terms of actors, directors, producers, writers who have seen the movie and they rave about it. They rave about it. But then, for instance, I had an offer to do Variety Actor on Actor.
Oh yeah.
This Friday, and I couldn't find another actor to do it with me because they were too afraid to go and talk about this movie, so I couldn't do it. And it doesn't matter. That's okay. That's not to point a finger at anybody. I've gotten to do a lot of great things, and that's not pointing at anyone specific. It was we couldn't get past the publicists or the people representing them because it was too afraid to talk about this movie. And it's like, that's when I think we lose the situation. Because if it really becomes like that fear or that discomfort to talk about this, then we're really going to have a problem. There was an op-ed that came out that I sent to him in New York Times recently that I thought was really interesting, which said we have to stop pretending that Trump is not one of us. And that's a really difficult thing to deal with at the moment, and I understand the emotions are very high, but I think that's the only way you're going to grasp this film. All it's saying is you cannot keep casting this person aside, especially after they get the popular vote. Should we not give this a closer look and try to understand what it is about this person that's even driving that? Or, and I don't know if the love is going to translate into action, but certainly it's there from what we're hearing. But
all right, and also, Variety actually confirmed what he said. The co-editor of Variety himself said in a statement, quote, "What Sebastian said is accurate. We invited him to participate in Actors on Actors, the biggest franchise of award season, but other actors didn't want to pair with him because they didn't want to talk about Donald Trump." And I do want to say one thing whether you're a Trump fan or not, I do love me a great origin story. And well, maybe in this, albeit a fiction, but based on true events, take on what made Trump the way he is. And just going off of my favorite thing, the read critical consensus on Rotten Tomatoes, it says here, instead of cross-examining his subject, The Apprentice gives Sebastian Stan the chance to shine in a simplistic yet entertaining foray into the world of young Trump. So yes, maybe this is some reverse psychology. Maybe this actually gives more buzz to the film.
Oh, it definitely gives it more buzz.
And we've had some actors volunteer or try to get, to make this happen. And ultimately, if they pull it off, I think Variety knows and he knows, yeah, we need to make this happen. It's going to be a big hit.
It'd be a bigger episode, yeah.
Yeah, and they usually release it towards the end of the holiday season. So, yeah, a lot of soak in on that one.
I'm about to say, I don't know who Sebastian Stan's people called to have this conversation, but I know for an absolute fact that Robert De Niro will take any opportunity to talk about Donald Trump.
Even though
He
he's not
just
in a
will.
movie.
He'll make a movie. He'll do a movie just to get on the show so he could yell about Donald Trump. So, and I mean, what's his name? Granted, you probably don't want to sit with him for his own reasons. Alec Baldwin is another one.
Oh boy.
Will literally do anything to yell about Donald Trump. So I find it hard to believe that no one in Hollywood was like, yeah, I'll talk, talk smack about the president-elect for a few hours with Sebastian Stan, watching him try and stammer through. Because again, he wants to win an Oscar. So he wants to do like a legit thing. You know what I mean? But
And also
also,
to add to that, oh, I'm sorry, you can finish your point on that.
I was just gonna say, also, they had Kim Kardashian on that thing.
Yeah, that was stupid.
Get her back.
We did a story on this earlier this year.
Get her back. She's not doing anything.
We did that. Like I said, actors on actors have given us viral moments throughout the years. But what was I gonna say? And Sebastian Stan, everyone loves Sebastian Stan. He's a big deal in the MCU.
Mhm.
He's done a lot of great mixture of big budget films and then indies, which he's great. He's a pure actor. And you want to know what my favorite random Sebastian Stan role is?
Mhm.
So you ever notice like they tell actors, get every role you can, even the background actor. Have you ever seen the movie Black Swan?
Mhm.
So he
Yes, I have.
plays. So they have that nightclub scene with Mila Kunis and
Mhm.
Natalie Portman. They just pick up two dudes, and he's one of the dudes.
He's one of the dudes. I don't even think I
Yeah.
remember that. That's kind of fun.
Yeah, like just a random like hookup and like guy from bar, and look at him
Yeah.
now.
It's a job. You got to get jobs. You know what I mean? I will say this though, and this doesn't explain why nobody would sit down. Because if I was an actor, certainly an actor with a big movie right now, I too would be looking for any reason to get on that variety show. So I don't know why he could had such a hard time, but
And they invited him.
that's what I'm saying. Like I don't know how there was no one else who also wanted to talk about their movie this Friday, today. But anyway, I will say, just for me, in terms of this movie, and why I think this movie might have a harder time than some other movies, in terms of both the Oscar buzz and like general fan consensus and all that
Mhm.
stuff, is I understand this takes place in the 70s, which was a long time ago. And like plenty of movies do well when they take place in the 70s and 80s. That's
The
absolutely a
period
period.
piece.
Absolutely a period piece. However, the main character is obviously Donald Trump. And he is not just a guy from the 70s and 80s. He's currently president. He was previously president. He's been running for president for about 10 years. 2015, he started all this. And so, to me, watching a story, like even reading the beginning of a story that is currently not finished, that I'm currently living through day to day, and I mean, take aside whether or not you even like what's happening day to day, just even if you like the guy, like, we're still going. What we see at the beginning, while interesting, is, just a segment of a much longer story that we're in the middle of right now. And so I could see why people are, like maybe less excited to see this movie because again, like it's the story is ongoing and we know it's ongoing. Like every time we watch, we know what comes in the distant future. Like we know where this leads. And so it's not like it leads to something in the past either. It leads to today and tomorrow and the next day. So I think that might be a problem that they're gonna have with like getting people to come to this movie. I don't think that that will affect the Oscar buzz. I think that the Academy will, depending, I've not seen it, so but depending on the portrayal, the Academy will probably either hate it or enjoy it depending on how mean it is. But yeah, I do think that for audiences that could be a lot. I mean, I listened to a podcast about presidential elections, history of it, right? And they have episodes on the most recent one, and I started to listen. I was like, I don't want to listen to this. I watched the whole thing. Like next year, 2 years from now, it'll be interesting to revisit, with some time, some space, and see, okay, that's what this was like. But right now, I don't, I was there. I don't really care. It's not history right now. It's just a recitation of what I just witnessed. And I think even though this is in the 70s and 80s, for a lot of people, it probably feels like that. Like it's just a repetition of what they're currently dealing with. And they want to wait a little bit until, it's done, right? Had he lost, by the way, I think this would have been a different story because then the story would have been quote unquote done. And maybe more people have been like, okay, so we know where it starts now. We know where it ends, when it would have ended with a loss. And then you could see, like, how did we get to that end point from this beginning point? But now the end point is, 4 years into the future. So I don't know. That's just my 2 cents. I don't know if Jose sees it differently.
No, I totally agree with you. It's pretty. I mean, fuck it, I don't like Sebastian anyway. So
Well,
Why?
okay. That's
Why you hate him? What do he do to you?
nah, I don't
He's
like him.
Bucky.
I
He's
don't give a
Captain
fuck. He should have
America
died.
he's not Captain America.
or whatever. The Winter
He was
Soldier.
Winter
supposed to.
Soldier.
He
Yeah.
was supposed to be Captain America. They fucked up. It was
It's
some guy with
Anthony
wings.
Mackie. Yeah, Anthony Mackie is the new
See where it
Captain
goes.
America.
See what happens. Should have gave us Sebastian Stan. Listen,
I like
I'm
Anthony
very
Mackie too, by
interested
the way.
in this film. I really love origin stories and character development. And I really, so what I gauge at is that this guy, Roy Cohn, big deal lawyer back in the day,
Mhm.
he is essentially the reason why Trump is the way he is. Played by the amazing Jeremy Strong.
Yeah, he's
And
really good.
and I really just want to see that interpretation.
Mm.
Basically, how did Anakin become Darth Vader? How did Trump become this tyrant? And that's what I really want to see. And
I mean,
I
yeah,
will
when
find out a way to find that out. And no
Yeah.
doubt I'll see this as I watch all the Oscar movies, but
in the
that's my
Anakin
thing I'm
thing,
into.
I was gonna say, in the Anakin thing is probably a good comparison, and plenty of people like those three Star Wars movies, the Anakin backstory or the
Yeah.
Darth Vader backstory of Anakin. So again,
Who
I'm
likes
sure
that? Wait,
plenty of people do.
people.
Lots
Jose.
of people
Oh,
do.
We're
you
not
need to
getting into this
stop
boomer
it.
argument again. Stop it.
You
We're
need
not
to
doing
stop
this.
it.
Anyone who doesn't, I can't. I'm gonna say something
I'm with
that's
Ryan on that
crude,
one.
but there's plenty of people who do like those
Episode
movies.
1, 2, and 3,
Yes,
the
yes.
worst ones.
Well, I mean,
I will say
most.
those movies are getting better regarded as the years have gone
Yeah,
by.
exactly. We're not gonna get into it. We're just
Yeah,
not
we're
gonna
not,
get
not
into
about
it.
Star Wars right
Yeah,
now.
I'm not having a. I'm not. This is a boomer argument, and I'm just not having it. I'm sorry. I'm just not doing it. But yeah, I think that yes, the prequel part. There's people who definitely love it, but I do think there are also people who are like, too soon. You know what I mean? Like I want to breathe. I want to like soak in what's happening in like
Fair
the
enough.
world around me before I look back at the origins of what's happening in the world around me. You know what I mean? Like take a moment. I think it's just a little too soon. But that's again, that's where I'm at. I'll watch it obviously if it gets nominated because I watch all of the ones that get nominated for the show. Definitely check that episode out when it drops. But personally, if it doesn't get nominated, I'll probably wait like a year to see it. Watch it on HBO or whichever streamer ends up picking it up. One of them's gonna pick it up. So
Definitely, especially this bus. So we will see where it leads. Also, that's the reason why I'm interested because we have Maria Bakalova, who plays Trump's first wife, who you might
Ivana.
know, yeah, who plays Amani, who's definitely has had a great career so far. Like in Bodies, 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 she was in Guardians of the Galaxy, and her breakout role was Borat's daughter in Borat 2, which she got an Oscar nomination for.
I know she was awesome in that.
Seeing
She
this,
held her own
Sorry.
with she held her own with Borat. It was perfect. Like to be able to do
He's
that's
our age too. Isn't that nuts?
crazy.
That's
Yeah,
like
to be
you
able
and
to
me
do
going
that's
that.
crazy. Yeah, I mean, in fairness, Sacha Baron Cohen's very good at that. Like in the first one, he had somebody too. That larger man. I don't know his name.
Yeah.
And he did a very good job too. So I think he probably vets very, very carefully for his co-stars, to make sure that they're really game to do the things that he does when he does a movie like that. But no, she held her own. It was really good.
Yeah, so just seeing her in another role was good. Anyway, so yeah, we will see where this all goes, but we no doubt know that that will be happening now. So good. He probably knew by saying that, bringing it up was going to help his cause.
Probably.
All right.
I'll do it. I'm not in anything. Oh, I'll promote the show.
It's
There you
good.
go.
Basically acting. Come on now.
So, has anybody seen this new challenge called the Suspect Challenge?
No.
I haven't. So, I guess it is like, yeah, basically look at somebody and you point out why they're suspect, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Like
That's easy.
clues. So the
Clues?
I'll just play you what the suspect challenge is. So the most famous example of the suspect challenge is from the Inside the NBA crew, who released their version of the suspect challenge. So let us play the suspect challenge.
Okay.
Basically, what's it? Debrief on the 4 members of the Inside the NBA crew:
Okay.
Ernie, Charles Barkley, Kenny Smith, and Shaq.
Hmm.
Suspect is wanted by Ozempic because the drugs don't work on his fat ass. Suspect won the championship, but nobody knows who he is.
Oh.
Suspect is the slowest black kid ever.
I was going to do a presentation. I did a presentation on Zoom for a company, and they sent my agent a bunch of questions in advance. The question was, ask Ernie what it was like growing up in the South as a biracial child.
Suspect should call the fire department. Those knees are rubbing. Suspect's gonna get really tired if you try to name all his kids.
Oh.
Every time I see suspect run, I'm forced to say assalamu alaikum. Suspect gonna get really tired if you name all his teams.
Oh.
Suspect irons his jeans. Suspect is missing part of his beard. Suspect resembles Dwight Howard, but not as muscular.
Oh. Oh, Shaq.
End of the video.
Yeah.
Shaq was so funny. Every single one of his was great. But like the ones he said, not I mean his were funny too, but the ones he said were really funny.
I'm glad they're staying on ESPN. They're coming back to ESPN.
Yeah, they licensed them in a deal, at least for 1 year, the next year. And I'm glad Stephen A is not going to be a part of that, because if that happened, which there were some rumors in that, and then ESPN shot it down, now that's just overstepping your boundaries.
You don't need him in that. Like,
right.
He's got his show. Let him do his show.
He probably would literally think, man, the show is 100% better with me.
Well,
Stephen A has had quite a year that we.
Yeah, Stephen A thinks about that pretty much regularly about anything he's ever done. That this is better with my involvement. So that wouldn't surprise me, but I don't know that it would be true. In this particular case.
But yeah, Inside the NBA, the suspect challenge. Any other ones I see, that beats it. And boy, you get tired of naming your kids. That's cold.
That was cold. Yeah.
Shaq. Oh, Shaq. So, one thing, good times of the year, we are happy. And it is that time of year again, because Thanksgiving is officially here and the holiday season has begun. I mean, in all seriousness, on top of this read, seriously, it is Christmas time now. No Thanksgiving. I've seen Christmas lights all over the place. Christmas is now 2 months.
Listen, I refuse to submit to the Thanksgiving erasure. I love Thanksgiving. It is next week. All the families are going to start getting together, share a meal. I think that's one of the best ways to connect with your family. Kick off the winter celebrations. It is, as Matt pointed out, around this time, though, that you primarily start stressing out over Christmas gifts and stuff, and you got to run around because you got a million holiday parties. I've had 3 Thanksgivings already. You got religious services. You're cramming for like the end of the year at work, and you know what I mean, Matt?
Yes, I do. While most people do enjoy the holidays, they also can be a time of stress and hardship. And luckily, our good friends at Magic Mind can help gift givers overextend holiday hosts and travelers alike. I mean, Magic Mind has been such a godsend since we started our partnership, and also just enhancing my life since I've been taking it for close to a year now. And I do think in the last year, I have felt more alert. I felt more energized. I felt really good. And ever since I've taken it before my day begins, whether before my workout or just before the day starts, I just enjoy my green tea shot of Magic Mind, and I am as energetic and feeling as good as ever. And it's given me so many benefits, and I really, really encourage you all to check it out yourself. Right, Ryan?
Yeah, I'll say we talked about this last month, right? That I was using Magic Mind, then I stopped, and now I ordered it and I've started again. And like it has been working for certain, but at the first time I took it, I was also doing some other stuff, right? And so I was not totally sold that Magic Mind was making much of the difference. I thought that the other supplements and things that I was taking were, and they were, by the way, those things were working quite well, and that's why I let Magic Mind lapse. But since I've restarted, now that I'm on these other things more regularly, I've got a more regular schedule going. I can still feel the Magic Mind, like it is still there, like especially in the mornings, like you wake up and you just don't feel that as tired as you usually do. Like you can get out of bed when the alarm goes. You're not hitting snooze anymore, as Matt likes to say. It's true. Like you don't hit the snooze button. I don't hit the snooze button anyway. So it's like, it's already made a difference since I've restarted Magic Mind. It like literally, honestly, it took only like 48 hours. It was basically overnight from not taking it to taking it. It was like it started to work overnight.
Yeah, and that's happened for me too. And ever since, and I there's just so many things I can talk about with this product, and it has really enlightened me. And thanks to the mental clarity I have, thanks to the energy boost I have from it, I'm just more motivated. I'm just more motivated, and I just feel the effects. And it's almost like a superpower that I've seen other people use.
Well, that's interesting, right? Because also you say that, and I noticed you because you say it like we give all the props to Magic Mind every episode because they're a presenting sponsor and they're awesome to work with. But like you talk about it as like an elixir, and that's so interesting you say it like that because it makes it feel like magic, and it kind of feels like magic, hence the name. But like when then you go on their website, right, and you read it and you see what's in it, and it's not magic, it's like science. You know what I mean? Like they've got these vitamins, they got all this like supernatural, not supernatural, like it's all natural stuff. Like they have, it's like the nootropics that helps with the focus and all that. Like it's not magic, it's just some people had like a really good idea to put all of this healthy stuff that makes you feel good into like this tiny shot, so you could take it on the go, take it when you're, right before you go to work or whatever, take it right before the gym. And like I said, basically works overnight.
And there's no doubt about that, Ryan. And if you need to get some Magic Mind or want to see what it's all about, go to the Magic Mind website. And I promise you, you won't regret learning more about this life-changing elixir. And just in time for the holidays as well, we have a special offer for anyone who wants to give Magic Mind a try for the first time. In celebration of Thanksgiving and the beginning of the holiday season, we are excited to tell you all that there is a new Black Friday offer. As Black Friday is approaching, there's a new Black Friday offer. It's currently 50% off until December 6th, and you use our link magicmind.com/PCMBBF. That is magicmind.com/PCMBBF. And the greater savings open to all our listeners, and it is live and ready to go right now. Head on over to magicmind.com/PCMBBF. That's PCMBBF. If you're interested in Magic Mind for yourself or a friend this holiday season, we have the link for you in the description below as well. So check that out. Our friends at Magic Mind can only give us a deal like this for a limited time up until January 6th. Sorry, not January 6th. December 6th specifically. You get this deal on December 6th. So there has never been a better time to try our product, change your life, and reclaim your brain. Again, thank you to Magic Mind for always having our back. And again, magicmind.com/PCMBBF for your exclusive deal. Okay.
That's right.
So, moving on to things. What do you guys think about Karens? What do you think about Karens? Karens, you know about who they are.
Yeah, I know what Karen is.
The pain in the ass.
Yeah. They're not a particularly fun hang for anybody. Obviously, they're more dangerous for some than others, but they're pretty annoying for everybody, I would say. I will say though, inside everybody there are two beings, and I think one of those beings is a Karen. You know what I mean? Like every time you've had a ridiculous coworker say something ridiculous, or you've got whatever, you've been slighted by whomever, cut off in traffic, so on and so forth. I think we all have an inner Karen. It's about whether we want to let them win. That's that's a different debate we can have another time.
No doubt about that. Now, we have a viral Karen moment to share, obviously. So check out this woman who is just flexing, just loving life. And the Karen came out of nowhere to hate on her. Quite
Wild
frankly.
Karen approaches.
We have a wild Karen show. We have a wild Karen clip at 25.7 million views.
Jeez.
Shut the fuck up. You shut the fuck up. You shut the fuck up. You shut the fuck up.
I'll lay you out so fucking fast.
Oh.
You're
You
like
won't even
60
know.
years old.
I will still lay you out.
You're like,
I will still lay
I'll
you
push
out.
you down the stairs and you fall off.
Oh.
What's your problem? Come on.
Yo, I'll kick you. I will kick you. I will kick you, old lady.
Come on. I will fucking punch you right in the fucking
What
face.
the fuck is what the fuck is your problem? Call me an old lady, you fucking
No.
Oh.
Fuck you.
Geez, somebody was
Oh,
jealous.
play that back again though. I want. We're gonna do a little bit of a live breakdown because it can be tricky to see what happened here. So
To which you the plus
just hit play, right? I'll
Just
talk
replay
over.
the
I'm
clip?
loud. Yeah,
Okay,
just play
okay.
it. We don't have to play the whole thing, right? So we got this content creator. She takes a step back into the sidewalk to do this. So Karen speaks there. Oh, give it a break, girl. We can pause here because we know what happens next. So Karen started it. I think it's very important. Yes, the first person to swear or whatever was our content creator in the center when she told her to shut up. But Karen started it by getting involved. Just walk around, Karen. This is what I say when you got a Karen inside of you. Inside everyone, there's two people. One of them's Karen. Just walk around. You don't got to say a word to the content creator or the TikTok dance. You just don't have to say anything. But she didn't take that advice. And then she tried to punch her. And I'm like, that was weird too.
She can press charges for that now.
I mean, she didn't hit her. I don't know if you can press charges, but
I'm fit.
but why would you the fact that all right? So she tells you to shut up, right? You respond back. You shut up. She says it again. Just walk away. What are you doing? Why? Why would you go over there? How could you possibly care enough from shut up? And I know she said something in the middle, but still, she said shut up, and you care so deeply you went over start trying to punch her. What are you in 6th grade?
So,
Am I out? Am I out? Am I just not seeing this right?
Jose, whose side are you on?
Hot girl. I ain't gonna be on no fucking that girl side.
But I would say, Ryan, I think you make a fair point, though. I do.
So, can I ask Jose a question?
You go ahead.
Obviously, you chose the more attractive person, and that's pretty much how you do most of these things. But let's take that out for a second. Let's pretend they're both attractive or they're both ugly, right?
Mhm.
And everyone's beautiful, eye of the beholder. We'll say that. But anyway, so just that exchange happens. There's no difference in the attraction level between the two people. Whose side are you on then?
I'm still with the Chinese girl
Why?
because she did nothing wrong.
Okay. I just wanted to get clarity. Obviously, in life, there'll be plenty of times where you'll simply see the more attractive person and sign with them.
Yeah, I was joking around, but I still,
Yeah.
even if they were both two fat girls, I still would take the girl that was. She was minding her own business.
Yeah, she's taking a picture and then,
yeah.
Yeah, why would you bring it up at all? Just walk around.
She's clearly jealous that she's hot and she's not. Right, Jose?
But why are you jealous? You're 60 years old. Why are you jealous about that?
I don't know. Is that I think maybe she just insecure herself, and obviously you saw how big she was from that frame at the beginning, and she could have been like, I don't want to be posted it or whatever. That could be it. I don't think it matters to.
But even if that was the case, why did they come back? Just walk away. Why you're back on camera now? She's on camera for twice as long because she didn't walk away.
Yeah, well, that's because she obviously it's a pride thing because she ain't gonna let no little Chinese this big girl I'll eat her for breakfast. So
I don't know if
she's
that's
not
true,
good.
by the way. I mean, yeah, she was
Yeah,
actually ready to scrap, but
in her mind, she probably thought she was on Facebook Live or whatever. She was going across the thing, and she didn't want to. She was agitated. She said some stupid shit. This bitch comes back saying some stupid shit, and she probably thought, "Well, I'm not gonna let this little thin ass bitch
Hey,
talk shit
yo.
and make some viral comment of punking me, so I'm gonna come and get her." That's probably what it was.
I guess I don't know. Makes her look bad. Makes her honestly, and like let's we could just speak fairly on this. Obviously, one of them was an Asian woman, the other one was not. So it's giving hate vibe. It's
Yeah,
giving
right.
hate crime. I'm being honest. Like everyone who sees that, whether that's what she meant or not, whether I think that's what she meant or not, like everyone who sees that's gonna be like, oh, the old white lady went and tried to throw hands with the Chinese or the eight. I shouldn't say Chinese. I have no idea. The Asian American, presumably, person. Like
Right.
so, like you know what I mean? Like why do that? Why again? Keep Karen on the inside. Karen doesn't have to be your personality. It could be a deep, dark secret that you only use in times of great duress. Like,
Amen.
when you get cut off on the road and you have to start screaming at people, right?
Sometimes you just don't give a shit.
I know.
Right.
We all need to do that a little more. I mean, not give. I mean, we all need to care just a tad bit more, I think. We missed it by a bit too much. We're too nonchalant. We just need to get some shame back just a little bit.
I hear that. So I have another, we talked about the return of the Naked Brothers band. Earlier this year, we talked about Nezzy Classified cast trying to be famous.
Mhm.
We got another one.
Oh.
This person came out of nowhere. When I was watching this person as a kid, I thought, man, this kid is gonna be a star, and maybe he still can be. I just haven't seen him in forever, but he no doubt was he's an iconic like he's an iconic. Well, specifically Disney Channel. We're going with an
Okay.
iconic Disney Channel 2000s character.
Okay.
Any guesses you want to go first?
Yeah, give me a sec here. Iconic Disney
Channel.
character. What's the little kid from like Wizards of Waverly Place? I feel like
I barely watched that.
I don't even know. I'm just trying to think of people who could like looked like they could have been movie stars or whatever.
Oh, that wasn't Cameron Boyce. Rest in peace.
No, it wasn't.
It
It was
was
someone else. Jake something.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
But
Jake.
anyways, who remembers That's So Raven? Who remembers Stanley from That's So Raven? You remember the Stanley from That's So Raven?
I never watched that. So
Stanley. Right, you're getting a kick out of it.
I do remember Stanley. What is he doing now? I think I see a muscular man in one of these pictures.
Well,
who
we
I
got him
presume-
going viral right here.
Yeah.
His name was Bobby J. John Thompson. Bobby J. Thompson reacts to himself in That's So Raven.
Hold on, let's just take a moment, push pause. Y'all see how Stanley upgraded his pimping? That's some fresh hairline and a fade. At first I pulled up with the bullshit Steve Harvey. What in the Cedric the Entertainer / Steve Harvey is going on with my bob cut? Now I came through with the fade. Look at the crisp in the corners.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Say.
See the taper? Cezanne. Yeah, Cezanne.
Yo, he's still the same freaking kid.
Is that like a That's So Raven watch along podcast? Like what the Neds people are doing? Or was that like why were they watching that?
I have no idea what this show is. Maybe it's just two girls who love him because I have no idea.
He's funny, so that's good. He was
Bobby J. Thompson looks like he's back from wherever, and he was on this pod. I thought that's like a young Eddie Murphy right there. I swear he was in a movie with him, like
with Eddie Murphy.
I feel like he did a scene with him as a kid. I don't know.
Let me see.
I might be wrong, but
I'll do a quick little look-see.
But Stanley, bro, we had the Naked Brothers band. Now we have Stanley. Come on, we're getting an all-star team of people with big deal.
Dude is younger than us, by the way.
Really? I swear we were the same age during That's So Raven.
Yeah, he's 28.
I mean, well, he's a year younger than
I
me.
mean, yeah, no, he's our
It's-
age, but I'm just saying, like, he's not. I would assume he was older than us, but no.
Man, he was great in that show. He literally had a screen
He was in
presence.
Role Models.
That's what it was. Not Eddie Murphy. I definitely remember him doing
What else is
like
yeah.
that scene.
He
Then it
was in
wasn't
Role
Eddie Murphy.
Models.
I feel like he was
Yeah.
insulting guy who played Stifler or Paul Rudd.
Oh, maybe. Yeah. You're right. That's exactly what it was, I bet.
And I know why I brought that up because I saw in an old DVD
Are we
feature
there
of
yet?
role models.
Sorry.
Like somebody said he's like a young Eddie Murphy, and he still could be. That guy still has the charisma, and he's still really young.
It's 28. That's plenty of time to be Eddie Murphy.
He was really good in that show.
He was in the Tracy Morgan show for 18 episodes.
The Tracy Morgan show. I wonder what he's doing. Is he like is he a stand up or content creator? Again, I don't know where that pod. They didn't give the pod. But bro, Bobby J. Thompson.
He's been in 4. Okay, I could tell you where he's been. He's been in 40 episodes of Wild and Out from 2018 to 2023.
Oh, he's a Wild and Out member.
Looks like he's a
the Black
40,
Squad or the
40
Red
episodes.
Squad.
He's got to be like a, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he must be his traveling stand-up. But yo, I think he needs to do this more often because he still has the charisma, don't you think?
Yeah, no, he's very funny. He's very, energetic. He lit up the he paused within seconds of the video start. They watched like half a second and he paused and had like a whole thing ready to do. So
right.
I see it. I can see it. I see the vision.
Hey, we'll see what happens ultimately. But now we got Stanley. Who's next, Ryan, that we have that has to come out? I mean, not the Sprouse twins. Nah.
They're still famous, kind of.
Yeah, Dylan Sprouse. He was in that show.
Well, Cole
Sprouse. That's what I mean.
Yeah. Well, Dylan is in a movie. I just don't know that anyone saw it. But whatever. He seems happy.
We need the cast from Life of Derek. I don't know. That's a very obscure show. Remember that?
Who's in that one?
I don't know. They weren't that famous. You would see them face. You're like, oh, that's from Life. He was in Life with Derek. Do you even remember Life with Derek? I should start with that.
I think the theme song, or specifically the part where they say "Living Life with Derek," is currently in my head. So
I couldn't even tell you what that.
I think.
No, you don't need to come back. Oh, sorry.
I was just saying, it's like "Living Life with Derek."
Yeah.
That's going through my head, and the only reason it would is because I must have seen it. But I couldn't tell you anything about the show other than that one line from the theme song.
It was literally Full House, like two families coming together. That's it.
Okay.
I remember correct. We need Emily Osment to come back.
She's in shows on
she
CBS
is?
or whatever. Yeah,
I don't know what
Younger.
the hell
She's on
doing.
Younger. Like she's on like sitcoms on TV, like Big Bang type thing.
Okay, then I guess she's still. But every single one of these shows that have like the really famous star and then their sidekick, it was always that Miley Cyrus, Emily Osment.
Mm-hmm.
That's So Raven and the redhead girl.
Yeah, wherever.
Or no, we know where Orlando Brown is. He's famous for the wrong reasons now.
Yeah.
Obviously the three Ned Cookie Moes. We have Selena Gomez and the other dude who was in That So Raven.
Oh, he's doing the new Disney. They redo it. They've like revamped or whatever the Wizards of Waverly Place, and he's in it.
Oh, but not Selena, huh?
I think she was in the first episode.
Only one episode though.
Yeah, just one episode. No, she didn't come back.
On,
she came back for one episode. So I think it's
that.
What's it called? He's like so it's his kid. So basically he's now the dad and he's got these kids who's training to be a wizard. And
and Selena goes whenever she feels like it.
Whenever Selena Gomez wants to do something with her friends, then I guess she'll come back and do it. But yeah, no, he's in that.
Then we have Ariana Grande and Sam. No,
I don't think Sam wants to be famous though.
But, were they were both in the same show, right?
Well, they were in Sam and Cat, but they started in separate shows.
And then they came together.
And then they became the main characters of their own show.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, they made a sidekicks show out of Ariana Grande and Jeanette McCurdy from iCarly, which bombed in its return. Let's just be honest. I had high hopes, but it didn't do well. I stopped
after iCarly was like the last show I remember in my
not
adolescence. Adolescence. And then I transferred to MTV after that.
Who would be like who needs to break out that's not from when we were kids that stands out as like a really then they're not. No
You
one is
wonder.
really like jumping out to me, honestly.
Yeah, no, you can't. I guess the one who had the most famous career post all of that was Ariana Grande
But yeah, I mean,
and
yeah,
Miley Cyrus too.
yeah, but I mean, Ariana Grande is a bigger recording artist than
And
Miley
she's
is.
probably in the biggest movie this weekend.
Yeah, and she's about to be in the biggest movie. I'll say, I thought that what's her name? Emma Roberts. That's a person, right?
Yeah,
I thought she would be a bigger than. I mean, she's still
right.
very popular. She's been in a lot of TV shows or whatever, but like, because she was in that the Unfabulous one, and I
Yeah, I
actually
love
thought
that
she was
show.
that was kind of
Day
a good
after
show.
day, it is fabulous.
Yeah, then yeah, and so I kind of like that. I also like I liked her voice. I thought she was a good singer, but yeah, I guess nobody else did.
Well, I learned she was a nepo baby, but that's
Well,
okay. She's
yeah, I
Julia
mean,
Roberts'
yeah,
niece.
niece or something. Obviously, yes. In addition to having the same last name, they look identical. So
Yo,
I mean,
they really do. But yeah, that's how it goes, huh? And
she was talented for a nepo baby. Then that's all. I'll
no,
say.
definitely earned her keep. But all right, now let's talk about this podcast. Who talked about the most awkward date they ever been on? Who's ready to hear this? This comes from
Ready.
a show called the Crash Dummies Podcast. So let's play it.
Jose, get your worst date story ready.
I can't wait.
The Crash Dummy Podcast.
What's the most awkward date you've ever been on?
Okay, I met this guy on Tinder, and we met at the mall. I got in his car. First of all, his car was, it was musty. But it was too late because I was already in the car. He got a stud in the back seat, bruh.
What she have on?
I don't know. She just had on stud outfit. Probably like a wife beater and some pants on. I don't know. My mama stud. They all dress the same.
Did he explain who the person was when you got in the car?
He was just like, hey, do you mind if my friend is there?
So where y'all must go?
We didn't go anywhere. That's what pissed me off. We drove around, we smoked, whatever. But then he stops at a gas station, gets gas. And he's like, do you mind if I DoorDash a little bit so that way I can pay for our food? This man did 2 DoorDashes.
Wait, you was in the car? You stayed in the car?
Yeah, I couldn't get out.
What was the first restaurant location?
I don't remember. I don't care. Because first of all, we went to Chipotle. They didn't even pay for my food.
Stella was DoorDashing too?
No, the stuff was just with us DoorDashing.
What was her purpose?
I don't know. I don't know why she was there. She was just there. These is trifling Atlanta. I'm telling you.
On his way there, what were the plans that night?
We matched on Tinder, and he was like, hey, do you want to go for like a drive and then get some food? You know, just hang out, maybe go to the mall.
I mean, I guess he didn't lie.
He ain't lying.
Hey,
you know what? That's right. He didn't lie. He did all those things.
DoorDash, can you wait? Can you let me DoorDash to pay for this?
That's freaking crazy.
And then just have some random dude there too? Or
I
girl,
mean,
or whatever.
I
person?
assumed it was a woman based on her mother also being one. I mean, I won't lie. I'll be the guy who does this and take the bullet for everybody. I'm only assuming I know what a stud is based on context clues. But yeah, there's that.
I don't know what a stud is either, actually. Jose, what's a stud?
What's a stud?
In the context of her phone call.
Good question. Usually stud is something like usually when I hear someone say they're a stud, they're like a broad.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
I got let me look up Urban Dictionary.
Yeah, but anyways though, Jose, do you approve this date or nah?
She must have been desperate as hell. I do approve it because he didn't lie. He did exactly what he was gonna say.
Hold on 1 second. Sorry. A stud refers to a lesbian who looks specifically like a black man.
Dude.
Okay.
So that
like
is what they were saying.
Like Queen Latifah.
I'm not
getting
I'm
talking about the movie.
Not getting any further.
Oh my god.
Not getting any further into the conversation. I just read the results that came up for me when I typed in the words Atlanta stud meaning.
If I wanted to go controversial, I would have said half the WNBA.
Oh,
I just said one.
Jesus.
There you have it. I mean, I think that Jose is in a way you're right because like yeah he didn't lie, but like at the same time that's almost like
This
you know how when you're like a kid and you're like you don't lie, you just don't tell the truth. You just like tell around the truth. Be like, I didn't lie. Be like, yeah, but you left out some like important
but see,
details.
he
And
was
I
a
feel like
gentleman
that's what
too.
this was, which is why it was awkward. Because like, yes, they drove and they got food, but like they also had a friend in the back of the car, and they were, what's it called? They were like door dashing. You know what I mean? Like, and the food was Chipotle. Like to me, yes, technically, it's like he was trying to win on a technicality. Like I technically did everything you asked for, or we said we would do, but like he was clearly missing a lot of things that ended up being the case. So I'm with her. That's feels awkward and it sounds super awkward, even if he technically told the truth, air quotes.
He was a gentleman too, though. You totally missed that
How'd I miss the gentlemanly part?
because he asked permission to do it and she agreed.
Well, no, I
That's
mean,
so
yeah.
that's on her. If I ask you, hey, can we do this real quick? You have the option of saying yes or no. We could have ended the date, but you agreed to it. You
It's
had the
still
option of
awkward
getting
though, you know what I'm
it
saying?
doesn't. Oh yeah, what's more awkward? Just saying, nah, I'm good. You know what? Maybe we should do this another time, or stay in the fucking car with a bum in the back seat.
Staying in the
God
car
knows.
is definitely the most awkward part of it. Yeah, I'm
That's
not.
what she did.
Yes, I know. That's why she went and said it was an awkward
So,
first date.
so it's not. So homeboy did right. Homeboy never lied.
But that
Homeboy
still means
asked
it's
permission.
awkward. That still
Yeah,
don't
but
make it
that's
not
on her.
awkward.
It's awkward because she made it awkward. She could have made a good time out of it.
What? I don't know how.
You know
Yeah.
what? Have a little conversation in the car. Get to know him. You make it
Get to know
awkward.
his friend in the back.
Yeah, use your people skills and communicate and talk. If you agree to be in the fucking car going to
You should talk.
Chipotle's,
Yeah, I
then
get
you should turn. Hey, you
I
should
get
take
you. I do.
take a stupid. What's that stupid saying? Take a shitty sandwich and make it a chicken tender, whatever fucking bullshit.
Oh yeah.
Chicken,
Take the
what?
chicken
Whatever.
shit,
You
turn
get
it
my
into
point.
chicken salad.
Oh,
Yes,
God.
she could have had an opportunity to do that, and she didn't. So she's a shitty date. Homeboy tried to another skill we learned about him. He multitasks. He can do two things at once. He can go to work. He can deliver food and still be on a date at
Dude,
the same
you
fucking
should
time.
help this dude. You should help this dude write out his next resume because
should.
you're coming up with all kinds of positives in what is objectively a silly story. Like he's looking like a fool in this story. I'm sorry.
He might look like a fool. He might look like a fool, but he has a heart of gold.
Heart of gold. You know what? Most of the fools I know have a heart of gold.
Because I tell you right now, all these bitches on TikToks and shit crying, my man cheated on me, my man blah blah blah.
He's too busy.
I got a man over here.
Yeah, he's not cheating.
That works.
Yep.
He ain't staying home eating your fucking Cocoa Puffs. He's an honest motherfucker. He tells you he's gonna take you to the fucking mall and walk around and drive around.
That's what you're doing.
And he asks permission. He ain't trying to take things. Look at that. That's three important things.
It's consent's consent's important. Communication's important. You're starting to sell me on this. Doesn't change. The question was, is it an awkward date? And it doesn't change the reality that yes, it was very much an awkward date.
Yes, you're right. But the point was that the question, it was her. My man,
you're turning me around on this. You're turning me around.
Whoever that guy is, you did great.
You did fine.
What a flip. What a flip.
I can't believe this. This has never happened. You've never convinced me that I was wrong before.
All right. One last
first time for everything.
Yes, there is. One last segment for today before we see you next week with it. So why don't we do another matchmaking situation here? Watch a matchmaking situation. We have the Martin Amini comedy show. He does his clips, Martin Amini. So I'm pretty sure I've played him before. So he tries to match up people at his shows. He actually owns this big deal comedy club in DC. Ryan, when I visit you, I'd like to go to it.
Yeah, we can go. Do you know where it is?
No, but I guess that's what they call the DMV, right? That's your area.
DMV, but that I will say DMV can be most of Northern Virginia, which in fairness is where I live. Obviously all of DC, and then like that bottom tier. You can't say Southern Maryland because Southern Maryland like goes all the way down like to the actual south, but it's like this bottom tier of Maryland that's right above DC. That's all technically the DMV. But if it's central, it's probably all right. So he's a comedian. It's probably in North DC, Northwest, Northeast somewhere.
I'm about to quickly look up Martin Amini comedy, DC Comedy Club.
That's just, again, think of a central
It's
place.
called Room 88.
Room 88.
Where is that? Room 88. Before then, I promise we're gonna play the clip. Room 88 is.
I see it. Yeah, Northwest.
Is that near you?
So I won't. It's not. I mean, it's DC. It's not that far. Nothing is that far. But yeah. So Room 88. Actually, it looks like it's somewhat near. There's this really cool bar up there in Petworth area. That I've been to a few times that I quite enjoy. But yeah, it's in Petworth, the Petworth neighborhood. So that's Northwest.
See,
close to Maryland.
Go.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. At least it's driving distance.
Oh yeah. I mean,
I'm pretty sure Morgan Jay's played there, so be on the lookout.
Yeah, it's down the road from Snappy's. That's pretty cool, actually.
Okay, good. So we know this. So this is legit cachet here. All right. But anyways, he's a rising comedian, and let us check out this viral matchmaking moment and see who is right and who is wrong. Ready for that, Ryan and Jose?
Ready.
Mm-hmm.
Coming on stage? Okay. Well, that mom wants to kick her the out the house, bro. All right, if you're interested in Julia, come on the stage, man. We're going to start from over here with this gentleman right here. He looks like the strongest one.
We can see this is the girl who's getting matched up, and there's a bunch of dudes. Jose, what do you think of this girl so far?
It's
like, would you, if you were single, volunteer yourself on the stage?
The girl that has her back to me?
Yes. Yeah. This is the girl that a bunch of dudes are gonna try to attract.
Is there any way we can see her face real quick?
I mean, we'll see in a second. Hold up. Let me just refresh this. This is her.
Oh, okay. Dang, that's a lot better. Oh, well, I'm seeing that angle. She looks kind of cute.
See? Well, let's see who was the one to win her heart. And her mother was the one who suggested it, looks like.
Okay. Well, that mom wants to kick her the out the house, bro. All right, if you're interested in Julia, come on the stage, man. We're going to start from over here with this gentleman right here. He looks like the strongest one here. Let's see. What caught your eye about Julia?
She looks like she's very young, single, and she has her...
What the bro? All right, what's your name, sir, and where you from?
Enrique de Mexico.
What do you do, man?
I do computer art design and soccer coach for a high school.
What caught your eye about Julia?
Her eyes, her smile, her freckles.
Bro, you're wholesome as If you were to take Julia on a first date, big dog, where would you take her?
I'll do a picnic with some tacos.
What was your first date idea, big dog?
Well, she said she likes to dance. I think it would be better to like dance privately. You know, probably like in a view or something.
This guy's more muscles than brains. How would you describe your love language, big dog?
Spending time with her a lot, with her family, and getting to know her a lot more. So
yeah, this guy seems very sincere. I can tell by the way he talks, he's emotional. The homie look like he's about to cry. I want to spend time with her, the mom too. I want to learn the whole family.
I think I'm gonna go with Enrique.
The winner! Crowd, what do you guys think, man? Beso, beso, beso. Keep it going for Enrique. What's your name?
So, baby, this proves you don't have to be the bad guy after all, the badass dude.
I feel like what it
right,
proves
Jose.
I feel like what it proves is there's a line between being the badass and like the Bond villain who wants to get the girl alone because she's young.
Oh yeah, that was the worst possible thing ever.
It wasn't because,
but yeah. Can I say one thing though? How about wholesomeness winning somebody's heart?
It's hard to say. I'm not gonna lie here. You know me, I'm Team Wholesome, right? I like to think that Wholesome's the way. We know this about me. This is not new. But while I think that that's right, wholesomeness is the way. This is not a good example because it wasn't wholesome versus hunky. It was wholesome versus homicidal.
Yeah.
Right? That guy was creepy. Right?
That guy
That was a
belong.
creepy dude who was like, I want you to dance privately because you look like a kid. And like, no, stay far away from that dude. She made the right choice with Enrique by default, right? By default, he was the right choice because he wasn't scary.
That guy belonged in How to Catch a Predator.
Yeah, I mean, maybe, yeah. He had some weird ideas, certainly. And so, like, I'm just saying, like, I'm not gonna call anyone a predator or not, but you don't say I want you to dance for me privately. I know that's the wrong answer on a first date.
When you start, what do you like about her? Oh, she's young.
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
second,
yeah.
Yeah, like, okay.
That's crazy. So yeah, Enrique won, but did he win, or was this a vote for Enrique or a vote against the bald guy? And it's hard to know for sure.
What do you say to that one, Jose?
Nah, I was a vote for Enrique.
Yeah, good. I hope so, because I like wholesomeness to win.
Mm-hmm. You could tell it was a vote. You could tell it was like the whole crowd was for Enrique.
Well,
Like,
yeah, the whole crowd saw how creepy the other
like
dude.
the muscular dude didn't really do anything wrong, but just said stupid things. But I assume because he was just fucking nervous. He's on stage, he wasn't expecting it, and I think the shit he was trying to say just came out wrong.
Yeah, I'm not actually suggesting he was a predator.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
just saying
yeah.
that he was creepy. He was doing what he was saying was objectively creepy. And so it did, I don't know. I'm thinking vote against. It was a vote against, not a vote for. But hopefully it is. Hopefully they're still together and they're quite happy. That's my hope.
You think they'll stay together, Jose?
Oh, hell fucking no.
No, they don't believe they saw each other ever again, actually.
They probably texted a couple of times after. And like, I gotta go. That's it.
Yeah, that's my guess as well.
He was like, you look like you're gonna cry, dog. Oh, I want to la la na.
Yeah. Like a little bitch.
Oh. You know what? Why don't we end on a better high note for this one? Let's have a better debate on this. Let's do one more Martin and Amini clip. Again, we played this guy before. We did.
We've done this thing too with the picking a partner.
So let's do another one just for old time's sake. We got 5 minutes to go to. One more time, another one. I've never seen this. I'm going straight off of I'm cold.
Are you single right now too? Nathan, what kind of girls you like? Wholesome Christian women. Oh, wow. Yeah. Because if you cheat on them, they can't leave you. Like, God told us we can't get divorced. Ja, Nathan. Ja. Your family's from where? How tall are you? Yo, you want to come on stage, Nathan? Yo, keep it going for Nathan one time, bro. All right, Nathan, you 6'4" Mexican. That's the German side for sure, bro. Do you have any red flags?
What do you consider red flags?
Oh, this guy plays games, bro. He's like, I don't want to incriminate myself. He's like, you go first. You're good, bro. You're a firefighter, bro. You are a red flag, bro. It's okay. What's your idea of a romantic first date, Nathan?
Church date.
Church first date, huh? Were you like, I see a lot of tattoos on you and I see, did you have like a bad breakup? Did you find God later in life?
Not a bad breakup, but I found God later in life, yeah.
When'd you find God?
About 3 years ago.
He used to be a boy in his early 20s. Then 3 years ago, he caught STDs and then he found God. So he wants a Christian girl to forgive him for his sins when he was 23 and while fighting fires. That's the truth. We all know the truth, Nathan. You got STDs. I can tell in your eyes. There's a burning sensation going through your right now. I'm fucking with you, big dog. But let's be honest, it's the truth. All right, here we go. Is there any girl interested in my homie Nathan? Make some fucking noise. Let's get to know these girls a little bit. Is it Chriselle? Nice to meet you. Where are you from and what do you do?
Jose, who's he gonna pick?
Oof. That's crazy.
But let's hold on, because reality is the way to this man's heart is through the Heavenly Father. So how you look,
Well, they got that. Well, she
could
got
be-
the heavenly part.
Oh
Shit.
shoot!
I said heavenly, but
Well,
I'm just saying. I think the words you say are going to be more important than anything else to this guy because again, this guy is looking for Jesus. You know, his Jesus friend.
that's not true.
He said it was true.
Of course, every guy's gonna say that.
I
dumb
have
shit.
never once said that. Never once in my entire life.
If
I mean,
anybody
confirmed
would say
Catholic. I have
would be
never.
O'Brien.
Man,
I
I've
have
done
read the Bible multiple times, Jose. I've never once been like, oh, I love church to the point that it would be my first date choice. No.
Good one. All right, let's see how this ends.
I'm from Ladera Ranch, and I work for property management.
Liz, I'm from Riverside, and I'm a lawyer. My name's Nayeli. I'm a referral coordinator, but I'm also a content creator as well.
Oh, your content. What kind of content do you make?
Just traveling, exploring. I do a lot of things from Vegas, like things that are upcoming and stuff like that. I'm Stephanie. I'm a counselor.
Counselor? Where do you counsel?
Academic counseling for like college.
Girls. Yeah. What's your question for Nathan?
Are you family oriented? What part of Mexico are you from that side, I guess?
I'm very family oriented, and my grandma's from Chihuahua.
What do you like to do for fun?
So I play semi-pro softball, work out.
Hold on, semi-pro softball. That's something that lesbian would do, but not. What the fuck are you doing playing softball, bro? You just semi-pro? Like, what's a semi? Because they do the underhand, right?
Yeah, but ball's coming at you about 100 miles an hour if you're playing in the field. So.
Oh, wow, 100 miles per hour. All right, my bad, bro. That's masculine. And let me ask you, girls, are you all God-fearing? You go to church? Don't lie, don't sin. Wait, you say you play the drums at church?
And I'm a Sunday school teacher for kids.
You look like that movie Sister Act. You're like one of the nuns that you go to church too.
I don't. I pray. Looking to go to church.
Yeah, it's your first
She
date.
hasn't found the right to take her to church, dog. You can lead her to heaven, bro. Do you have any questions for them, big dog?
For the attorney, what do you like to do for fun?
So I do a lot of spin. I run. I'm currently training for a marathon. I've got into golf. I play pickleball.
One more question. Do you want to make America great again?
Before he picks.
Wait, what did you say?
Pause it before, so me and Matt can pick. I mean, me and Ryan can pick who we think
he's going
to pick.
Did you, by the way, hear him say, "Do you want?"
I
to make
did. I
America
kind
great
of
again?
wanted to hear what her answer was.
Oh, no,
Should we play that first, or they who pick?
Yeah, I think that's important.
Yeah, that's important.
Oh, you got the answer. Okay,
Oh man, I love my job. Anyway, are you vibing with anyone right
now? All right. So
Okay. Number one, by the way, I don't know that a yes or a no was the deal breaker for this dude. I'm just gonna put that out there. But
this dude's hella serious too.
Yeah,
he looks like your cousin Kyle.
I mean, maybe a little, minus being, Mexican and German. They are both 6'4", and they do have a similar haircut. And actually, looking at the nose is kind of
from
there
this
too.
image.
I see it. That image particularly. But let's think here. So I think he's probably going with the lawyer. I think the lawyer.
'Cause she looks the best.
Lawyer or the counselor.
No, he's not going counselor. I'm telling you, the counselor messed up because she's prays but doesn't go to church. That's a no-go. He's out on that.
You're right. That's why I said lawyer.
Right,
it's going to be the lawyer.
Right, so counselor's out for sure. The person on the end, I don't even remember what she does. She's out for sure. And so then you've got two people. One of them is very church-oriented, but doesn't have the same physical features, right?
Yes.
That's green dress. And then the lawyer was said that she was God-fearing when asked. She didn't go into any details, so that could be a lie, but she said it, and she has more, I think, of the features he would probably go for. I do think it's the lawyer.
You want to know why I think it's the lawyer?
You're going to say what I said but mean.
No. Of course no, I'm not going to do that. Because when you pray to God, what do you pray to God for?
For things to work out for you?
Yep. And if you got a lawyer as a girlfriend, things are looking great as fuck. So,
That's true. Oh, she could. But she could be a public defender. She didn't say what kind of lawyer.
Well, God's answering my prayers. I think he's gonna have a better life than I did the day before with his lawyers. So
Public
I'm choosing his
defenders
lawyer.
don't make nearly
Well,
as much as a firefighter
you
does.
see how she looks? She's not public defending anybody.
I don't know. But I'm just saying, just being a lawyer doesn't mean you've got money. You can do a lawyer and then also
Ryan,
be
stop
broke.
taking my prayers away. Jesus Christ.
I only say that because if I was a lawyer, I would be one of the lawyers who doesn't make any money, and so that's why I know, and it's why I'm not a lawyer, because it's a lot of work to make the same money I make now.
All right, let's see how this ends.
Right now, I'm vibing with the attorney.
What do you guys think? They should go on a date, huh? To Javier's? All right, you guys know what to do. Don't worry, you're not going to go to hell. Ask you, it's okay, man. Keep it going for these two lovebirds, man. That's how Republicans fuck, bro. They fucking shake hands. They're like, "We'll see you in court."
Oh man, I picked the right one there.
That whole thing was very Republican coded, wasn't it? You got a fireman and a lawyer from Riverside that love church.
Is that near your neighborhood, Riverside?
That's
or I don't know, somewhere.
That feels like it's a California. That was my guess.
Yeah.
Can I ask you? You know what the real question is? If you swap if the lawyer was the girl in the green dress and the girl in the green dress was the lawyer, would she still pick the lawyer?
Yes.
Would he still pick the lawyer?
Yes.
I've watched so many.
Oh, sorry. Wait, hold on. No. Sorry. No, he would have picked the person that
he would have picked the
physical person.
Yes, he would have picked Natalie if she was the green
Right.
dress if she was hotter.
Yeah, if green dress was if green dress was short, like she was definitely more what he was saying he wanted, minus the way she looked.
Oh God!
I'm serious.
I agree. I agree with you. I'm just saying.
That's
like,
that dude's
just
name, not
another
me.
shallow example.
And listen, I don't think that
behavior.
Natalie was bad looking either. I mean, obviously she's bigger, but like in all seriousness, like clearly that was it. Like,
yeah,
she answered the questions better than anybody based on what he gave them. But the other person didn't answer it badly. Like I said, the Stephanie answered it badly. She was just said the wrong thing, so she was out. But the other person didn't answer it badly. She just didn't really, at least they didn't show any answer from her either which way, and so that's why he went there. But no, I think truthfully, yeah, the other person had better answers, just wasn't physically what he was looking for.
That's so funny.
And you know what that pretty much says? A girl can work at McDonald's as long as she's hot. She can get anybody.
Yo, for real.
You already know it.
So shallow.
It's so true. Put me on that fucking stage. That bitch is hot. I work at McDonald's on the weekend. She don't even have a full-time job at McDonald's. I still can't pick her.
I'm crying. Great way to end tonight. Good stuff, Ryan and Jose. We'll see you back here next week with just one tweet cap on Tuesday and NFL and college football recap Monday. Then we hope you have a great Thanksgiving then. So have a great weekend, everybody.
Thanks, Matt.
Yeah.